It's a dream come true from a kid from Hialeah. Just from, the aspect of what, my parents had to go through. My parents were born in Cuba. Them, with their parents, they left everything behind to move to a new country and start a life, to have that American dream. Because of that, I'm living my American dream right now. 22, going into 2023, I had just gotten done with indie ball, played some time in winter ball in Puerto Rico. And man, I had no idea, what was next. I had just gotten married, high school sweethearts, and we had just bought an apartment there in Hialeah, my hometown. Yeah, I had these odd jobs for about 4 months. Spent some time Ubering, substitute teaching at a high school. I coached an eight and under baseball team. I had a friend that, he put in flooring, so he would send me to different addresses to, get the measurements of the floors. I was, planning on retiring, and I didn't know what was next. So, I took on all these odd jobs just to, pay the bills for that certain time and see what was next in my life. That journey means everything to me. I think, some people would look at it as like, man, like, how'd you do that? Nobody wants to play in those small towns and for basically no money, and it's a tough time, but I learned to enjoy the process. I went back to indie ball. I spoke to my wife, and she really motivated me to give it another year. I made a deal with myself that, whatever money I made in indie ball, I just had to make enough to pay the mortgage. Anything else, we will figure it out, me and my wife. So she took on 3 jobs at the time. She was a teacher, and then after teaching, she would go to a medical office. At home, she started a small business making jewels and bracelets and necklaces and stuff. So, during that time off, I gotta give thanks to my wife, because she really held it down, back home while I was out there playing. A door opened that I went back to indie ball, made just a tiny bit more money to cover my mortgage, and yeah, man, gave it another year, and that's when everything went up from there. Killed it in indie ball. Got bought out by a Mexican team, so went down to Mexico, and just one thing after another led to the Yankees noticing, man, and believing in me and giving me another shot. That conversation with Booney, man, that was so funny. I thought if it was gonna be good news, Os was gonna be there, Chappie was gonna be there, Rojas was gonna be there, to congratulate me. So, once I saw it was only him, I got a little bit scared. And then, of course, he proceeded to tell me.
I mean, we have a lot of catching depth,
Yeah.
as you know. So that's what makes this hard.
Man, my heart sank. I was like, man, there's no way. But how funny, out of nowhere he goes,
Nah, you're going to big leagues, bro.
let's go.
Congratulations.
And man, my face just lit up. I was so happy. What a moment. Because, just through everything I've been through, you think about that moment, how it's going to be and how is it going to feel. But wow, what an incredible feeling for someone to tell you that you're going to be a Major League Baseball player. I knew my mom was going to get like that, just knowing how emotional she is. But when I saw her bawling, I thought I could hold it in, but, the tears just came running down.
Vamos para Nueva York. Se cumplió el sueño. We did it. I made the team.
It was a special moment for me, for her, for our family. And I'm glad that, the Yankees, made it special, and it's something that, I could show my children one day, and we could watch it and remember it for the rest of my life. Man, at the end of the day, your family, your friends, the people who love you, those are the people that unconditionally, if I was a major leaguer or not, we're gonna be there for me no matter what. So it's awesome. It's awesome to see me see a dream come true, and for them to be a part of it in some way, because each person that you saw there, had an impact on me, getting where I'm at today. So I'm just thankful for everybody along the way that have helped me, make the dream come true. And that's just my brother. Since we were 4 or 5 years old, we grew up playing together, and we got similar stories, man. Both Cuban, both from Hialeah, same type of families. For us to be living our dream right now, it's a dream come true. What Yankee fans could expect from JC Escarra is just a guy, just grateful to be there, grateful to be a Yankee. That's first and foremost, because that represents something. It's different than being on another team. Being a Yankee is special. The tradition, the competitiveness, man. We're the best in the world, and we're gonna play like it. So JC Escarra is gonna give 100% on the field. I'm gonna give New York, everything I got. Mama, we made it. JC Escarra, number 25. You're not gonna find one person more grateful to be in this position right now. I'm gonna do everything with a smile on my face, just because, deep down from my heart, I am grateful that I'm here, because I wasn't supposed to be. Stuff like this, these stories, they don't happen. They come, once in a lifetime. So, I'm just grateful that God chose me, and God opened the doors for me to enjoy this moment and be here right now, and for my dreams to come true.
JC, it was your dream to play in the majors, and tonight you made your first start behind the plate. Can you describe the anticipation as you geared up for first pitch in this one?
Amazing. I've been waiting for this my whole life. It's a dream come true to be here. Look at this crowd. A packed house on a Thursday. There's no other team I'd rather play for than the Yankees right here. So thank you to everybody, for the support. And I'm living my dream. So you're always gonna see me with a smile on my face and doing anything to help the team win.
There it is. The long wait is over. He has a major league hit. And he's going for extra bases. It's a double. They'll get him that ball. Oh, is he feeling it? Come on, he can smile now.
Well, he's getting a standing ovation, and you know what, from the bench and from the crowd also.
Amazing. Tight game, 9-7. A guy on base, 2 outs. A big situation. So in my mind, I didn't care. I forgot about I hadn't gotten my first hit yet, and I was just trying to put a good at bat together, and I got a pitch I can handle. Then I hit it hard.
What are you gonna do with that ball?
I got it right here in my pocket. I got my first hit ball in the clubhouse, and I got my first win right here. We've saved, but he let me keep it, so that was nice of him. But I'm gonna keep this forever.